the question is, when flooded, most of us we want to go to high place, or they want to take the car out to go to high place. Is it safe that time to take the car out, or
no? Everywhere will be jammed then,
Jam, you can't see the holes and the drains. You'll be driving in the holes and the drains.
If your water goes above your radiator, you're finished. The car will stall.
Even the tsunami time, I think they said don't drive, walk. But all jam up.
Swim.
Some of the
We must know what not to do and what to do.
so leave the car where it is, let it drown?
So remember, okay, don't run. A lot of people run.
the car is closed up, it will float for a while. It will float. Because it's closed up.
Must buy diesel car lah.
Must buy
Can go, diesel go. Because no spark plug.
So at least now we know if there's an earthquake, we don't run. Last time we don't know what to do.
We want to run.
Now we don't know.
That's
In
important.
Sabah community, right now, everybody run.
Water goes
We
goes
don't know what
straight
to do.
into the piston where things fall.
Yes,
But once the building crack, you be prepared for the thing to collapse. The walls start to crack, then you know, sign it. If it's wrong, it doesn't crack, at least it's just shaking.
I think if you're in a house and there's an open space, wouldn't you run to the open space rather than stay in the house? If there's an earthquake.
But normally they say when it's earthquake, they ask you to come down from the building. Because most of the building, even I was in US, when it was scrambling, everybody has to come down. You were told to come down already. They know everybody's dolls and come down.
That one still not very serious lah, a bit of shake maybe lah.
But it's really very shake. You like that's the first time. Really like exorcist, you know, the whole table was shaking. So quickly they asked you to go down.
The weakest place is the staircase.
Then some more worse.
So you want to go down or not? You want to go down or not? The weakest place, if it is an earthquake, is the staircase. The weakest place is the staircase.
And cannot take the lift also.
Yes,
And cannot take relief
So
also.
stay where you are.
So what they say is like
Hey, YouTube, not Facebook. You see all the young people sitting down, eh?
I say 7 o'clock, people start to come again. If I say 7:30, people start to come at 8 o'clock.
Actually, your time is 8 o'clock.
No, it's 7 o'clock.
Now what's the time?
Come lah.
Here, different time zone.
Malaysian is like this, wow. Huh? Always
Hey, you don't blame Malaysian. I'm Malaysian. No, I'm here.
Wow, double hot already. Double hot already. Just now not so hot, now hot already.
This one is the torchlight with all the lights off.
Is the battery powered?
But don't put battery. You don't put battery.
No matter what, I have.
Okay. We had a discussion earlier about in what happened in Bali was when there was an earthquake. A Tsunami community was there. He saw all the local people all running out of the building. Only the Japanese stay in the building. That's wondering why like that. Then he realized that Japanese people, they are already used to earthquake. So why don't they run then? Why the local all then? So the question is that whether the building, if the building strong enough to take the earthquake or not. In Japan, the buildings are flexible, so they can move. Then it's able, they can able to take earthquake.
Why? It's very simple. We sit on a very, very old plane. Okay? The Peninsula Malaysia sits on very, very old place. You know the Banjaran Titiwangsa that we are looking at, that is actually once upon a time was Mount Everest. Okay? From that day until today, because of wind and water, it became short, you know. That means it has been around for very long. It was, how should I say, it wear off. Okay? Like the rubber under your shoe, it wear off. That means it became shorter. And it's extremely stable. Let's say we talk about plate movement, it's not going to happen in Peninsula Malaysia, because even Thailand, we are the one who's holding Thailand. Okay? Even Thailand, we are the one who's holding Thailand. Thailand don't have any proper hills on their own. So we are the bad.
No standard.
Free flow.
Not the weather, it's the government. No standard.
No. She said it's because I said the weather, and then we can do that using the sort of substandard product.
Exactly.
But he said our government is not because of
No, it is not the government. The substandard product is because we can neglect the weather. That means we can quote cheaper, we can build cheaper. Okay? And we can neglect natural disasters. The only the more possible disaster, there's more possibility for another tsunami than an earthquake can. I mean, some earthquake in a different place, and that causes the tsunami travel. It means whatever residual tsunami that they have will come and attack us. So always find a place, crawl under a table. Everybody crawl
next to the table.
crawl under something. Make sure that the falling hazard is not there anymore. We are unable to control the land or concrete giving away, we falling inside. We cannot do that. Okay, so we can only control the falling hazard. Something is going to fall on your head. Crawl under a table. Bring your kids there. Stay there. Let's say you are outside. You squat down. You wait. That's the only thing. There's no point of you running around. In natural disaster, earthquake is considered, the surface area is big, is huge. Okay? Typhoon will give you indication. You can see black clouds, you can see strong winds. It doesn't come ping like that. But earthquake, the tremor is very less and residual, you don't feel. And we don't have proper machines in Malaysia. Not yet. Maybe now. After Sabah, we'll have some proper machines. No proper indicators. If let's say there is indicators, buoys and all those things, most probably it's because of the Japanese. They are very used to it. They are one of the nations who has already learned how to live with earthquakes, tsunamis, volcano. That's all. Anything else you want to ask? Come, shoot your question.
Talk about substandard building now.
Substandard building, okay,
Like apartment, we have to run down or still stay.
You stay where you are. You don't run. Why you want to take the risk? You see, the strongest part of the building will be the concrete base which you are standing on, and the concrete base which is on top of you, and the main pillars. The staircase, the stairwells, all this place is strong. It's not strong enough to hold any tremors. I'm not talking about earthquakes, I'm only talking about tremors. I'm talking about 2.3 or 3 Richter scales. I'm not talking about anything which is about 6 or 7. Major earthquake happens, just pray and hope that you don't die. Okay?
Just now you are talking about going under the table or height. What is the purpose? Is it to prevent you from something falling on you or what?
Something falling on your head, don't get hurt. That's all.
What happens if the beam falls?
If the beam falls, then we die.
No, under the table, the thing heavy falls, we smash under it.
Then we buy better table, most expensive.
Marble table.
No, we had the information that maybe next to the bed, when the thing falls, then it might create a vacuum, but there's no guarantee because your bed might not even take it. So what it actually means is that somewhere, so I said that's why we have to find the pillar of our house. So there's no other place to go next to the pillar, a strong table that can hopefully can land on the side of the table. Yeah. That is our luck, because the person who went in to search and help it.
If that happens also, there's nothing much you can do.
So So the best chance is actually the pillar, the beam, the strong pillar.
But you must be able to find. Let's say you are living in a condo, then you won't know where are the strong pillars are.
You have to learn how to find people where they do.
You can always go back to your management office. They can tell you which are the main pillars. My advice is, let's say the pillar is away from you, then there's no point of you. Don't move. Collect your kids. Okay? Collect your kids, collect your family. Go under a bed or go under a table.
So when it comes to like earthquakes, don't we have like faulty, what do you call it, faulty lines? The fault lines, isn't that in Peninsular Malaysia?
What do you mean, fault lines?
The fault lines, whether it's dormant or active for earthquake.
No, our plate is very dormant. Our plate is very extremely dormant. It's dormant, it's dead. It doesn't move. There are two stable plates, one of it is ours.
The other one?
I'm not sure. I need to go back to my geographical teacher. I learned
Because you want to move to another country.
there's two pantas. They call it Panta Saul and Panta Sunda. I don't even know the English word for it because I learnt it in Malay when I was 16 years old. 15 years old.
Is there any indication from natural resources that an earthquake is going to occur? Something like say animals, certain before I see the sea will indicate, sometimes a very rare type of fish will be appearing somewhere.
It has been happening around. Okay, let's. This is more towards. How should I say? I was talking about scientific facts previously. Scientific facts, the one that I gave you information was scientific facts. These are natural happenings. Any unnatural things which is going to happen, the natural beings in the sea or the wind will always indicate. You can take this as a good indicator. Tsunami time, go back to whatever spiritual books that we have, or gurus. They might have done some meditations, or they might have some research on their writings. You can go back to these books. But these are only indicators, There is a sickness, I'm not sure, I might have to go back to my wife. There is a psychological sickness where there are certain people who will think something bad is going to happen all the while. That means their life will be totally stressed all the while. Okay, so don't go to that extent. That will be the worst part. Okay, there are some people in US who lives in bunkers. Bunkers, all the while expecting the world to end. That is a psychological sickness. This will be the worst extent. You don't want this. Brick. The best building material for me will be red bricks. Most expensive brick. Red bricks is still the best, but it's heavy. Why? The principal engineer who calculates the amount, or the architect who calculates the actual amount of the building will come up with the costing. It means the load, everything will be totally calculated. Just with a piece of paper, you can calculate the load stress on a beam on a 40-floor building. So, engineering is actually not magic, it's just mathematics. Can be calculated. Let's say they come out saying that we made a mistake, then the principal engineer and IR would have signed the plan. He will go inside. There are laws for everything.
The Highland Tower, the one collapsed is due to the earth, not the building.
That one I'm not sure. I haven't read the report. Highland Tower is a whole story and I'm scared of that place.
Mr. Mani, these 9 blocks of flats, I heard it's built by German technology.
Okay, this is the first IBS building.
What is IBS?
IBS buildings are like Lego. It was built somewhere else and it was fitted here. These are the first IBS building. Very strong. Don't have to worry.
Hello. Hey, nice to you to join us.
Very strong.
Very strong.
So, what about earthquake and everything?
It was built by Germans. Most probably they would have considered it. But anyway, coming back to the history, they would have considered and then abandoned it because Malaysia, Peninsula, you don't have, especially Penang, you don't have. And we are held together. We are even more stable. We are held together by hills. Okay, Penang, when you fly to Langkawi, you can see part of Penang is habitable, another part is full of rocks. we are anchored.
Anchored.
If you think tsunami is going to hit, I'll say, okay, very high chance. But anything can happen.
Don't know lah.
Anything can happen.
But through your scientific your everything, Penang is still safe on earthquake.
Penang is, earthquakes, Penang is safe.
Still safe on earthquake. But
Tsunami will happen.
What about heavy winds, strong winds?
Okay, if you talk about heavy winds, strong winds, another thing which might happen is, we might have rainfall for 1 month. Everything will be dead, you know. Rainfall for 1 month or 1.5 months or 2 months, Penang will be dead, you know.
I would buy 7 houses. Isn't it? So it must be more practical. So it's up to you. You can afford 7, please buy 7. If you can have 14, put 7, and then other 7 can use for other things. So one major big one is we can run. It means the crisis that it's not earthquake, so we can run. Maybe flood coming, no. And then Penang getting flood, we can run up to Penang Hill. So we need a bigger one to put whatever food we have. And then the food should last at least about 1 week, 2 weeks like that. Okay? In the home, it can last longer because it's not major, maybe something outside, but it's not major. You can have more food in the home. So you can have heavier things. But when you're traveling, these are quite heavy, actually. Few you can carry. But this type of food are lighter. Can be biscuit, can be stir. This one can keep us alive for a while. Even the army, I think they have type of food that can last. So we have to find what type of food we want to carry. Don't simply just buy food and then put how many bottle of water and then you carry. You can't even move.
You start discarding it.
Then you start throwing or giving, donate. Okay? So be more practical. Major the things that we are told we know that we need to have a torchlight. Some torchlight like this only one use only. Okay? Do you want to consider a torchlight has many uses? Okay, many uses.
Hey, I forgot to bring our lantern.
Then this type of knife you want to carry. I have one I bought. This one you might have to find. This one I can cut a tree, you know. When you're outside, you look at this, you don't need a saw.
I mean, distance in the house, if you're in the house, something happens, you stay there, you can see. But if you're outside, say you're gone. All of us survive every day by working. Have to earn food. So we go out, we do things. When it strikes, whatever happens, you might be out, no communication. First of all, I think we must work out a way of communicating with your family. That's very important. Phone call, how to keep your loved ones in contact. That's one. Number two, you must learn that we are in Penang. We know our terrain. We might be stuck somewhere, maybe in Balipula or somewhere. And then the roads are all spoiled. You might have to walk through the jungle. If you know the terrain, you're able to survive. If you know the terrain, you know where to go. You go inside the jungle, 100 meters into the jungle, and you'll be lost. Believe me, it's like that. Go inside, and that's it. You'll be in, right? I'll take him out. You go inside, after a while, you don't know which is north, which is south. There's no sun, nothing to indicate. So if you know, prepare yourself, look at the map of Penang, where the hills are, where the slope is, where the river is. You know exactly, roughly where you are. So you follow the slope down, or follow the river down, you come to some civilization. So these are things that we have to prepare. And also have to learn how to survive off the land. If you are cut off, how are you going to eat? What are you going to eat?
Any kind of leaves you can eat, isn't it?
There is a way of testing for these. You have to say you can target, okay, this hibiscus. Then you leave, wash it again. Once it reduces, you put it in a very sensitive spot in the body. Wait for half an hour, see any reaction. If there's no reaction, take a bit and chew on it. Wait for another half an hour. You've got to wait for a long time until you can confirm that you don't poison.
If it's bitter,
the bitter also This card, no?
This card, that's not.
That's not. But anyway, the first test is important.
The armpit is the best.
What,
Any sensitive part.
The most sensitive part is the armpit.
what about leaves with sap, milk?
Avoid.
Avoid.
I have some notes, Dr. Kasi.
We can go and
30 years ago.
we can research now what
30
are
years
leaves
ago,
we
I
find.
think 29 years ago, we did much the Bible camp.
We are living in Penang, so we can always test now itself.
We can start researching on the leaves so that we can more or less, after we go up, we can search for some leaves and then try.
Tubers,
Do
what's
you
underground?
remember Miracle Messiah? I still have the plan with me. Law plan.
Muruku can take around.
You vaguely remember, you planned it, you vaguely remember. I still have it, man.
What is that?
29 years old.
Next round.
Yeah? Next round, huh? Next round.
Then we will go and do our own research.
You know why,
Come back.
Colonel has planned everything, every fact, but it was not implemented.
How many days?
Until he grew old, he forgot about it.
I still have the plan with me. Valuable plan.
Then let's revive it.
Okay, you're right. Okay, please.
Cannot recall now.
Actually, under the directive of the best spiritual.
I've got a book on survival. Just that is a good book. Maybe certain chapters refer to some
Oh, very good.
like shelter,
Shelter, right?
knots, outside,
Notch,
fishing,
fishing,
leaves also.
leaves, food, leaves, food,
We can have an ongoing later on, do certain things. Like for example, fishing, many use they cannot fish,
Delicate is by manual.
ham.
Ham which you can
Still have that.
old fashioned.
Still have that.
But people ham operators are still
Ham operators are on God.
Operators.
Ham radio lah. It's a radio.
But we all cannot
They work. They can communicate through worldwide on shortwave.
Okay, we want to hear, let's say if there's no water, how do we find water? Nature, like ants, we follow
follow
ants.
ants. But in this country, it's not a problem. Finding water. Sometimes trees
Outside
have
collecting.
have a collective. And you look for spots like that.
Can drink, is it?
Mangika.
Safe enough.
Look for Mangika. Inside there got water.
Where-
Find one Mangika. Once my house is flood, I know Penang Island is flooded.
Anyway, I done with the high.